Hello student, good morning. Today we are going to learn about grade 7 lesson 1 nutrition in plants. Nutrition, all living things that they need food. Even the plants need food. So let us see how these plants are getting their nutrition, and the modes of nutrition are autotrophic, heterotrophic, and with the help of photosynthesis these plants are able to make their food. So autotrophic means green plants are able to prepare the food with the help of photosynthesis. How photosynthesis is done? Photosynthesis is a process by which living beings prepare their food. Green plants, sorry, not living things. Green plants prepare their food with the help of carbon dioxide, water, chlorophyll, and sunlight. In the presence of sunlight, they are able to make their food, and the food is in the form of glucose, and the end product is oxygen. In this way, photosynthesis takes place. So here in this chapter, how other than photosynthesis, some plants are unusual. They are different. How they are preparing their food. Some other modes of nutrition, heterotrophic mode of nutrition in plants is number one. Heterotrophic nutrition in plants is Rafflesia, and Rafflesia is having parasitic mode of nutrition. Parasitic, here it is having partial parasite. It means it sucks some of its nutrients from the soil which it grow, or it takes the nutrients from the surrounding plant. Then parasite, total parasite. The mistletoe is known as total parasitic plant. Why? Because it takes all its nutrient from the host plant, does it leave there. Saprophytic mode of nutrition in plants, they do not have green structure, that is chlorophyll is not present in them, so they have to take the food from the dead plants, dead surroundings, like dead plants. They take the food from the dead food items, so dead bodies of plants. So examples are mushrooms and molds you are able to see on the bread. Insectivorous plants, as the name indicates, insectivorous, the word indicates insects here. So insects, these plants are eating insects. Yes, you are heard right, they eat insect and digest insect. These plants are called insectivorous plants because they eat insects. The examples are pitcher plant and bladderwort. Symbiosis is my favorite mode of nutrition. Why? Because here both the either plant or whoever is in the symbiosis relationship, both of them are getting equal opportunity or equal equal gain. Okay, so lichens are the best example of symbiotic relationship, and examples of symbiotic relationship lichen, the fungi and bacteria living together. Fungi and algae live together, and fungi, that they cannot make their food, and algae, that it makes the food. So algae helps it to giving it food, and fungi helps it to protect the algae. Okay, so in this way they both are useful to each other. Now, replenishment of nutrients in soil. That once the crops are harvested, the nutrients from the soil are getting dissolved, or they are vanished, they are already taken away by the plants. So some plants are specifically made for replenishing the soil nutrients naturally. Examples of such leguminous plants are green peas, moong, gram, peas, moong, etc. And root nodules in these plants contain the bacterium rhizobium, which converts atmospheric nitrogen into soluble form absorbed by roots. So basically these nutrients which are lost, NPK, that is nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium, are the three main nutrients which are lost during the plant growth. So this is all about the chapter. Now let's summarize what we have learned. So in this chapter we have learned about organisms need food for growth and their maintenance. Green plants are autotrophs as they prepare their own food through the process of photosynthesis. Photosynthesis involves the use of energy in the light to convert water and carbon dioxide into carbohydrates, starch or glucose and oxygen. Carbon dioxide is obtained from the stomata present mostly on the underside of leaves, and water is obtained from the soil through the roots of the plant. Plants do not contain chlorophyll, follow the heterotrophic mode of nutrition because they are unable to carry out photosynthesis. So they have to find a way to get the food because they are not able to make the food like other green plants. Heterotrophic plants are of main four types: parasitic, saprophytic, insectivorous, and symbiotic. Parasitic plants absorb food from another green plant through special roots. In parasitic relationship, only the parasite benefits. The other party who is giving them all the food and nutrition, they do not get any sort of benefit. So parasitic relationship is the worst relationship in the world, or worst mode of nutrition, as it is not going to benefit the plant who is hosting. And in case they are going to get more sort of damage in their own body. Okay, so in saprophytic plants have no green leaves, often no leaves at all. So the roots of saprophytic plants contain microbes called fungi. The insectivorous plants are usually green but mostly grow in places where the soil is deficient in certain nutrients, that is nitrogen. You know that why these plants are eating insects, because insects are made up of protein, and proteins are made up of nitrogen. So in this way they are getting or fulfilling their requirement of nitrogen. In a symbiotic relationship, both the organisms mutually gain from each other. That's why it is my favorite. I hope you like the chapter, and please read it. And thank you, and make notes from the notes that I have prepared. Thank you. Have a nice day.